Is this your official toy for videos? It's like in every freaking video now. So welcome back, everybody. So as most of you know, Sully is not my first healer that I've raised, and that should be obvious. I know sometimes I get comments where that's not very obvious, but after raising multiple healers, you sometimes come up with new ways to train them or to figure things out for them. And I think I finally discovered the secret to raising Sully, which is to complain about him online, and then afterwards he improves. I swear, I think every time I complain about this dog in a video or have any frustrations, he does better. I think it's almost like, don't tell the peoples on me, mama. You know, it's like he doesn't want you guys to know that he's been a bad boy. I could do that all day. I think we should just do a video of him jumping and getting the toy. Now, obviously, complaining about your dog online and him improving is not like a guaranteed training method for a cattle dog. But I just find it amusing that every time he does something that isn't correct, or yeah, or if I'm trying to explain all the, look at his tail, the bad stuff, that he really does improve. Like, nope, that wasn't me, you know. Yeah, that wasn't you, was it? So if this weird theory of mine works, then everything I'm about to say he'll improve on by the time I record my next video. So he's still nipping the girl's faces really bad, and I can see he's starting to get it when I correct him. I'm actually having to physically stop him from biting. Like if I get my hand and put it near his face and say no bite, he will back off from the girls. The problem we're having is on walks, he will actually try to start hurting the girls, and I mean, I've talked about this before, it's a thing. You know, it's like he's still trying to herd everybody, and he's especially trying to herd Silver right now, which really irritates and upsets me. And even though Silver tells him to basically fluff off, he won't stop. He keeps trying and trying, and as many times as she snaps at him or smacks him down, he's just very persistent on doing what he wants to do when it comes to hurting them. Now, Clea, she's always had this like certain growl to her. If she's had enough, she tells him, and he'll leave her alone. Gypsy, she goes back and forth with telling him off and letting him get away with too much stuff. I wish my girls were more, I hate saying aggressive, but I wish they were more, they're just so sweet and calm with him when he's doing all this puppy stuff. But I can see that it's really irritating them, you know, because puppies are irritating anyway. I mean, regardless of all their cuteness and all the cute moments we have with our puppies, puppies are annoying. They have the worst manners I've ever. They're like that random stranger you meet that, you know, you're like, man, your mama didn't raise you right type thing. You know, it's like puppies are annoying. And the fact these girls are tolerating his puppiness still, I really need to give them something special, because you're such a good girl, woo woo. So that's been like my biggest complaint this week, is the herding. Like, we got him a jolly ball with a handle on it, no interest. Still no interest in the herding balls. I will try a Frisbee. I know somebody suggested that, but I don't want to go buy one yet, because I know we have one somewhere. It's just, I don't know where. Not unless somebody did take it out of our yard, I'm not sure. I'm still really thinking about getting a remote control car and teaching him to herd that or something. I can't get him to understand that herding the girls and nipping their faces is bad. So I'm complaining about it again, so maybe it'll improve for next time. For the most part on our walks, he actually does leave things alone when I tell him leave it. There's been a few items where he's, people apparently are leaving a lot of garbage, like fast food garbage bags on our walks, and so I'm not sure what's happening with that. But there's been a few times where he's grabbed some of those things, and like the items he grabs, he almost like horses the whole thing down, which drives me nuts. But thankfully he hasn't swallowed anything of that. He's actually dropped it after me telling him at least 3 times to drop it, because there is a difference between drop it and leave it. And leave it is, you know, obviously don't even put it in your mouth, and drop it, I want, if he happens to get it in his mouth, I want him to drop it. So he's been listening really well for the most part on that. He has developed a slight taste for squeakers. So he is sort of like his older sibling Silver, where he likes to rip out the squeakers out of the toys, and he used to just play with them, like flick them in the air, squeak them until they stopped squeaking for a while, and then left them alone, and I would pick them up and throw them away. Now he has started to, he does that, but for a shorter period of time, and then he just swallows it whole. There was one day where I saw him with it, and I was trying to just do my like walk by sneaky, not pay attention thing, and he wasn't having it, just swallow the whole squeaker. Thankfully, I found it later in the yard, along with another squeaker. I usually try really hard to supervise my dogs with their toys because obviously you don't want your dog swallowing squeakers and other things like twigs. He will go out and find a stick and like chomp it within like seconds, and it just, I'm surprised this is all coming out of his system. He will either throw up the twig later or he will have problems pooping it out later, and which is fun for me because I actually have to help because it gets stuck. And I'm really worried that all the twigs and these squeakers are going to cause a blockage in his system. Very thankful that that hasn't happened, but it's like, you know, puppies, you don't always see what they're swallowing. The stick thing, I can't get him to stop with the sticks. I'm surprised I stopped him from eating plants, and he has stopped with the soil. Fingers crossed that that's for good. So we'll see. So besides for eating things he's not supposed to and the herding stuff, I think just a little bit more of the nipping thing needs to be fixed. I'm just mentioning that again, so maybe it'll improve more, kind of like some of his other stuff. His dog and car reactivity, it seems like it's better again, but I'm mentioning that again just because it's still a work in progress. Now it seems like it's not just at the end of our walks, but anytime during like the walks he might decide to be reactive towards the cars. Can't talk. And other times it's not, I don't know, it's just very, you never know when it's going to happen. He's starting to listen to me again almost every time now. The ignoring has mostly stopped. So fingers crossed that he's coming back around on that too. I really don't want to teach this dog heel. Like, I know I should. I think everybody should teach their dog heel, but he's already so much right there almost all the time. Like, just checking to see if he needs to be there for that cookie, because I still carry cookies in my pocket, but I don't reward him all the time when we're walking with a cookie. It's usually like half cookie, half praise now. But he's always right there making sure that he doesn't miss that opportunity, which is killing my right knee still. But I'm sure if I actually worked on teaching him heel, he might actually listen to like heel, like being on the side of me instead of kind of on the side of me and in front of me at the same time. Like, he almost has his body like wrapped around my leg as we're walking. And he did officially meet his first possum. Please brace your ears, turn down your volume for this next part of the video. Okay, it's okay. I know, he's playing dead. Oh, look at the cute little guy. Be gentle, guys. I know, he's more scared of you than anything. No. I know, Sully. It's your first possum, I know, buddy. Oh my goodness. No, don't bite him. No. You're all right. We're safe. Come on, girls. Oh my gosh. Gypsy, come on. Just leave him be, guys. Sully, that's enough. I know, you guys did good by letting me know it's here. Oh, hi, baby. Be gentle. He's scared. Cleo was actually the first one to find the possum, but I am very, very grateful that nobody killed the possum because I love possums. I adore them. Like, they are one of my favorite animals. And like, if they find a groundhog or whatever, do whatever. But like, I really love the possums, and I love that we have so many around our neighborhood. He was a little bit attacky towards it, but it was his first possum. He naturally thought of it as a threat, which, you know, is a good thing, but I want to teach him that possums are okay. Everything else is free game. So that sounds really mean. I don't want any harm done to animals, but there's certain animals that need to get the hell out of my yard. Like the groundhogs. They are driving me nuts because they're putting holes all around my foundation that I keep having to fill every year. And we have paid people to remove them, and they just keep coming because they've got a whole colony all through all the houses. And nobody else is taking care of them. But anyway, I'm like rambling now. And back to the nipping the girls' faces. One other thing that I have been doing, which is really weird, and I don't even know why I thought about doing this. I will clap my hands real fast and do a kind of like a yip yip yip, like kind of noise, like. And sometimes that actually works and he stops. I don't know what it is with him and certain noises that will make him stop doing bad behavior. Like obviously my dead seal noise that you guys know of. I still do that once in a while when he goes too hard on play biting, and he stops immediately and gives kisses. Like he totally understands that that's an owie. And I can see when the girls do yelp, if he goes too hard at them, he will stop too. So he understands that there's a pain threshold. I just wish he would realize that it's also an irritating thing to just keep snapping at somebody's face, but we'll get there. I'll figure something else out. I'll either keep yipping at him or I'll come up with another noise or something. But I definitely need to give the girls a break from him. I still think I need a break from him, even though, well, I don't know if I need a break from him. It's actually been a really good couple of days and I loves him. He is so sweet. I was even a little bit under the weather this week and he was very, very sweet on making sure I was okay, checking on me when I was sniffling and coughing and stuff. So like that was, yeah, like that's just, I adores him. And he's actually wanting to cuddle a lot more often, and he snuggles into, like I think that was one thing I really missed about my Lucian is he was a huge, huge snuggler, and this little guy really, like, he loves to cuddle now. When we first brought him home, he didn't, and I know a lot of people ask about how to get your puppy to cuddle with you. Some are gonna want to cuddle, some just don't like it, and sometimes it's just about giving them time to get to know you. I mean, do you want to just go up and cuddle with strangers? I mean, that's technically what you are when you first bring your dog home, is kind of a stranger, but it just takes time. But this has definitely been a better week than the last week. Probably a little bit of, you know, a growth spurt, you know, some hormones kicking in, something, you know, plus just teenage puppy testing mommy type thing. I know I'm not out of the woodwork yet. This is a cattle dog, so you never know what he's going to throw at me next month. So we'll see. But there's still stuff I want to train and maybe perfect a little bit better if possible. But that is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to click all the buttons, and we will see you next time. Look how gorgeous you are. Oh, I'm so sorry I'm flashing the light in your eyes. They didn't get you, did they? No, I think it's just mostly drool. Okay. Well, you go run off to your little hidey hole, okay? Look at those ears. You're so cute.